If I was in a band, my band would do a System of a Down cover. It's the kind of music I like.
Oh yeah?
This town, I just don't think it has a lot of good rock and roll. It has a lot of indie, progressive stuff, and it has a pretty good punk scene, and some shit, but like my flavor of rock and roll and metal, like what I always wanted to be a part of, it's just not really, you know. Maybe that's a calling to form a group and get that done.
Sure. Or
maybe it's kind of like, you know, why fart in the wind in that direction if I'm breathing this way? Something like that.
Why fart in the wind when I'm breathing this way?
What town does have a good scene like that?
Dayton, I hear.
Oh yeah?
I hear they got a lot of rock and rollers up there.
Right on.
Florida, if you ever look at
Florida,
those guys, Florida's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
down there.
Yeah, right. You know, you're.
First time I've ever spent down there.
I lived in Gainesville for 3 months, and Sebring and Loretta. You ever heard of that? It's like Florida with an L instead of, you know, you just chop off the F. Loretta.
Florida without the F.
And then a bunch of bored fucking 20-somethings that do massive hard drugs because they're so easy to get.
Yeah.
You're in a band or you're tapping out with an artist. I mean, that's kind of cool, but it's also gets fucking nuts.
Sure.
Too. Like, you're like, shit. I just kind of want to sit around. I lived in Florida. For 6 months, dude. I went to the ocean for like a week. Well, I fucking lived with these. I was one of 3 couples that lived in this 2-bedroom apartment in Gainesville.
Okay.
And like, I think like 3 out of the 4 of the other ones were like self-proclaimed vampires. So like, yeah, dude, they get all gothed up and put in their teeth and go out and like listen to Marilyn Manson and shit, play Diablo.
Wow.
Dungeons and Dragons, and we had ninja swords and claymores laying around.
Wow.
Fucking filthiest people, man. They just didn't clean up after themselves. They just eat and throw shit down and smoked massive amounts of cigarettes, just fucking piles of cigarette butts and all kinds of shit. Like, it was pretty much our trade-off that we bought and made the food and kept the place clean. Me and my girlfriend that was traveling with me. That was our exchange.
Yeah.
Before that, we got to like sleep on the couch in the ground of this like, I don't know, they were weird, man. They were like good-hearted people, but they were just so odd. They were, you know,
right.
They totally dug in some culture. We were like these like weird spiritual traveling Christian people, and somehow we all had a symbiotic. Like, okay, I'm standing with the ninja sword on the back porch one day, looking at this pile of trees. That's all there was. This like apartment unit, and there's this like circle of trees and weeds and shit. Like, that was the nature fucking. I'm standing with the ninja sword, and dude is like, I am immortal. I will live forever. And I got this ninja sword, and I'm like, man, I'm never, ever, ever going to take his word and stab this through him and see if he lives. But I wonder. Well, he said he was immortal. Standing in the sunlight, he's not even sparkling.
Oh.
What do you do with that? Take some apples and chop them in half. That's it.
Oh.